Plaintiff Morgan Bono says the defendant was a big hockey star everyone wanted to date. And as soon as they started dating, she fell head over heels for him. So much so that she got his name tattooed in her lip. Morgan claims the defendant became verbally abusive and ended up cheating on her twice. And she's suing him today because he jumped on her car and damaged it. Defendant Joshua Falk says 3 months into their relationship, he discovered that Morgan had been texting her ex-boyfriend throughout their relationship. Joshua admits that he jumped on Morgan's car, but insists he's only responsible for the insurance deductible.
Tell me what happened.
All right, so I met Josh in August of 2008. He told me that he could get any girl he wanted. He was a big hockey star. All the girls wanted to date him because he was Josh Falk. He basically made himself out to be this huge legend and like...
And you went for it.
Yeah. Eventually, I was so in love with him, eventually I got his name tattooed in the bottom of my lip. We dated for about 3 months. Everything was amazing.
How long did it take before you had your lip tattooed?
About 3 months.
3 months after meeting him?
Yeah.
Did you give him any money?
I'm sorry?
Did you give him any money?
Yeah, well, he had a cell phone bill on my on my plan, so I was paying for that. Mm-hmm. He told me he was working. You know, his sister would pick him up from work and bring him home. And this one day, he said he got off at 5, and I got off at 9. And I went to his house and he wasn't there. I asked his sister if she picked him up. I looked on his cell phone. He had turned his phone off. The last number he called, I called it, and it was this girl, and she basically told me she was having sex with him. Mm-hmm. So he was cheating on me, and then...
And you were paying for that phone that he was using to cheat on you with?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And then, you know, we worked it out. He said he was going to stop talking to her, you know, everything that I wanted to hear, basically. Mm-hmm. And then a couple months down the line, I caught him cheating again. And he said at that time he was cheating on me because I was text messaging my ex-boyfriend at the time.
Let me ask you, did you ever discover that he was lying about all that?
Yeah, he didn't even have a job.
How long did it take you to find that out?
About 6 months.
How often were you seeing him?
Almost every day. But we worked. He said he was at work.
For 6 months whether he was a hockey star.
Well, he played hockey.
You saw him every day. I know he played. There's a difference. You say you discovered he wasn't a star. Well, you thought he said he was a star on the high school team? Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Well, no, he played hockey at like the local hockey rinks, and like everybody knew who he was, and he said he was on the traveling team when that season came, but it wasn't that time yet.
Okay, go ahead.
And then he became very abusive. He told me he could do better than me, that I was ugly, that I was stupid, you know, and come August, I just couldn't take it anymore. Mm-hmm. I told him I was leaving him, and then that's when the incident happened.
All right, let me allow him to give some background, sir.
All right. Hello, how you doing?
Fine.
First of all, I would just like to say, when I first met Morgan, we met at a hookah lounge, and I thought she was very attractive. I asked for her number and, you know, try to spit game or whatever it's called.
I don't know what it's called. You have to say what you were saying.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know what you were saying it's called. Could be called lies.
Right. But the first 3 months we were talking, I found out that she was texting her ex-boyfriend the whole entire time saying, I love you, I miss you.
Did you mislead her about who you were? She said she told her.
Not in the very beginning when we first met.
She said that's when you told her all these things. She said you told her you were a big hockey star.
And that he had a car.
I've taken her to my hockey games. You could even ask her.
So you might just stretch it a little bit. It wasn't a blatant lie, you're saying. Go ahead.
Then after that, you know, after the whole text message thing, I got sick of it, and that's when I cheated on her.
Why'd you have to get your phone on in her name?
Because I have no credit and I couldn't get it under my own.
All right, and she paid the bill also?
Yes, she did.
Why
she was very generous of doing that. Because at that time, I did not have a job or anything.
Okay. But did she know that when she put it in her name?
Yeah, she did.
No, I didn't.
Where did he tell you he worked?
He said he was working at an ice skating, like a pro shop.
He didn't give you a name?
I knew where it was, and I would always say, oh, do you want me to bring you lunch? And he'd be like, no. And then I figured it out.
He's conning you. All right, tell me about the car damages you're suing him for.
Basically, I went to his house in August. We were breaking up. I was kicking he has like a security gate thing on his front door. It's metal. I had flip-flops on, and I was kicking it because he wouldn't open the door. So he came out of his house, ran down like the front walkway, and kicked the back of my car. Like jumped into the back of my car with his 2 feet in front of him. And then jumped back off and landed on his 2 feet and said it was because he was Bruce Lee. swear. And then he kicked the side door of my car too.
Let's see it.
You can see his feet print in those pictures.
Did you say anything about being Bruce Lee?
I think that's more Jackie Chan.
He bent the accent line. He cracked the paint. He bent the line above like the tire.
You should play soccer if you can kick that one.
What do you want to say about this, sir? You have your estimates?
Yes, I have 3 different estimates. I'm actually suing him for the lowest one I found.
Sir, tell me what happened and why don't you think you should pay?
Well, after everything, I kicked in her car. I offered to pay the deductible for $500, and
That was nice of you.
yes, it was. And that was about it. And then
He never
quiet,
offered
ma'am.
to pay me any money.
And then we just started going on as fighting still, and then we ended up we stopped talking basically.
Okay. Even though a person may have insurance and all they would have to otherwise pay is a deductible, that does not exonerate you from liability. And therefore, she has every right to collect from you. So I'm going to grant you your judgment, $3,461. He is admitted doing it, unless there's anything else you want to tell me about this case. Sounds like she might have provoked it. I know that's what you're tempted to say.
Yes.
By kicking your property.
It was a security gate, like with
Okay.
flip-flops, she couldn't do
You
nothing
could
to
have
it.
called the police and had her arrested.
I should've.
Next time, do something like that. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Thank you. And there's no hard feelings.
I'm just glad it's over with.
Yeah, we probably won't get back
No way.
together. No.